All right, shoebox this.
Shoebox. We go to the shoebox for questions.
Right.
But our job is to stay and be. Jennifer seemed to have. Did you put your arm up? No. Okay. No.
She was just saying, getting rid of a fly.
Okay. Okay. Shoebox.
Shoebox. All right. I have a very hard time forgiving my ex-husband for what he put me through. I know I should be more forgiving for my own sake and not just for him, but I am really struggling to do this. Please advise me.
Where is it? How do I know? Hard time forgiving my ex-husband. Well, first of all, how should I say this? My heart goes out to you. Like most everyone I know of is suffering in some way, or some sort of a something that bothers them. And when the husband leaves or the wife leaves, this is a very difficult thing. And so, I know the conventional wisdom is just okay, just forgive him. And that's very easy for your girlfriend to say. It's okay, just forgive him. Yeah, it's no problem. Sure, I'm on my way to forgiveness. I just forgive the son of a bitch. And that's true. Forgiveness is the answer, but most of us don't know what the hell does it mean. How do you actually forgive somebody? I used to say a long time ago that the best way to piss off someone is to forgive them. But here we go back to the question, how? Forgiving and many other wonderful so-called spiritual activity, we don't know how to do. We don't know how to do, not because we are dumb, or we don't know what the answers are. We don't know how because we're not equipped yet to do it. We are not yet equipped to forgive. We are not yet equipped as humanity to have unconditional love. It still remains as a concept. The biggest enemy of unconditional love is the concept of unconditional love. The biggest enemy of forgiveness is the concept of forgiveness. All those wonderful qualities like forgiveness will be a natural quality for you once you're able to bypass the mind. I mean, no matter what the question is, we only have one answer. But we must activate a human ability that has been dormant for like thousands of years. Then forgiveness is a very natural thing. It's no longer a forced thing. It's no longer a concept. It's an actual ability that we have. We expect people to forgive, but if you're not equipped for it, how can I expect somebody to forgive? If my eyes are not working, let's say, if my eyes needed to be activated to work, how can I expect somebody to see what I see, or how can I see what you see if I don't have the eyesight? And this ability that needs to be activated is the unifying ability. The ability to be able to unify with the universe, to be able to hold God's hand. I like that expression. So our unifying ability, which is yet to be activated, is the tool which will get you to the position of forgiveness. As long as forgiveness remains as a concept, and your relatives and friends telling you, oh, just forgive him. Usually it makes people angry. Yeah, I forgive him, sure. So it's the pain that you're experiencing inside is a wonderful first-class catalyst. I'm saying first class because it's very painful. The more sharper the pain, the more it can become a catalyst for you to wake up and for you to activate the ability I'm talking about. So using this pain of the need for forgiveness is precisely the catalyst that you need so that you are able to forgive. So before activation of this unifying organ, which is the body in a transformational mode, it is basically not possible to forgive. I mean, you can forgive and maybe a few years later you don't feel a thing, so you think that you have forgiven. And in the meantime, if you don't have the bypassing technique like we do, then you can just pray and feel. Go into a feeling mode. Don't think about it. Feel, feel, feel. For example, look down and just feel your hand, or put your hand together and pray if you want. Anything simple. Breathe, feel, pray. It will help a lot. The most effective thing, of course, is to actually learn and practice the so-called bypassing.
You say a few words about that.
About?
Bypassing. Just for people who are watching.
Yeah, bypassing is the technique we use. And I hate to call it a technique, but from this perspective, it's a technique of actually taking our attention, which is the most important asset we have. Our attention is the most important asset we have. Everyone seems to know it except us. Governments know it, institutions know it, advertisers know it. Easy to manipulate us because we are in fear, and they can take our attention. Please be afraid of this. After that, you have to be afraid of that and be afraid of this. So it's all laid out in front of us. We don't have to worry about what to have a fear of. So attention is the most important asset. It makes a major difference where it is. The biggest culprit in taking our attention is our own contrast mind, or you can say our own mind at this point. It seems like there is a monkey in our head that knows all our limitations and present them to us in an order. And the monkey picks up the current limits, the current news to be fearful of, and present it all to us in an order. So many of us try to fight the monkey, fight this automatic mechanism to tell us what's there to be afraid of. What kind of emotion should I have to deal with? What trauma did it come up currently that I have to fight? And as long as we fight the damn thing, the damn monkey will never ever win. It will win every time. So we must fight this enemy, but if we fight the enemy, then we lose. So what's the solution then? We must learn to fight the enemy by not fighting. So the enemy, the monkey, will tell you this is to be afraid of this and be afraid of that, and you're gonna lose all your money and your wife will leave and then your house will be taken and your gonna get old and sick, whatever. It always knows the current state of fear. And so, so how you're responding to this monkey is by saying, you're telling me to be afraid of this, but I'm not fighting you on this. And I'm not fighting you on this. And I'm not fighting you on this. So the technique is really simple because we used to know it very well, I think a few thousand years ago, is to take the attention away from the monkey and directly angle it into the body. And that can be practiced like this. Immediately there is silence, and the monkey is attempting to fight, but it's fighting nobody. Sooner or later, the monkey realizes, hey, I'm trying to get this dude to fight, but he's not fighting. He's somewhere else. Matter of fact, the dude is connected to this amazing, peaceful place. I'd love to take his attention because as long as he or she is in this place, I cannot manipulate the dude. No matter what tricks I use, I can't manipulate him or her. As long as my attention is angling in to this amazing instrument called the body, which is supremely, supremely intelligent, then the monkey shuts up because we're not in the same reality. So not fighting the monkey in my head is bypassing. Taking my precious attention, angling into the body is bypassing. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, I really wanted to know that. Oh,
it's wonderful sometimes, even though we know what we mean, but it's wonderful sometimes to talk about the basics and again the basics, because that makes everything work. And our technology of bypassing is very basic, quite easy, and it makes everything work.